Happy Tuesday. This is Melanie with Thriving in the Fishbowl, and I wanted to take a minute and go live with part number 2 of my Tackling the Debt Monster series. And yesterday we talked about that the first thing you need to do is, number 1, you need to get a budget, and I highly recommend Every Dollar from Dave Ramsey. It will just let you keep a budget electronically. And also, step number 2 was to get an emergency $1,000 fund started. So where do we go after that? Now, obviously, it's going to take you longer than yesterday and today to get $1,000 together if you are, working on your money. However, we are going to talk today about momentum. And how many of you remember from physics what momentum is? Anybody remember? Momentum. All right, let me give you an example. It is the quantity of motion something has. And so some things I think about momentum are like a train. Once it gets going, you know if something's on those train tracks, it is not going to be able to stop very quickly. You hear stories in the news all the time about, trains hitting, having accidents or people getting killed. Also, sports teams. We are in hockey season, and think about hockey players on the ice. They are crazy momentum, okay? And then even with like ping pong or tennis, there's momentum with that ball. And even football, go Steelers, all right? What are some other examples of momentum? Can anybody think of any? I have a few written down. I have vehicles. Think about car crashes, how much momentum. And so the one I want you to think about today is a snowball, all right? So do you remember building a snowball in the backyard as a kid? Right? Okay. You probably learned that the fastest way to build a snowball was to pack up some snow in a tight ball and then start rolling it through the yard. Anybody remember doing that? As it gained momentum, the snowball grew into something more like a snow boulder. All right. And it depends on the kind of snow because we don't always get really good snow here. It was a good technique for building snowballs as a kid, and even better than paying off your debt. Now, I am taking tonight's lesson straight from Dave Ramsey. You can go to his site and see exactly how this works. And so what I want you to do is, a lot of people will say you need to find the debt that you have that has the highest rate of interest and start paying on that. No. What I want you to do is I want you to take your debts. First of all, I want you to get current on all your bills. All right? That means like make the minimum payment, whatever, okay? Have your $1,000 emergency fund, and then you're going to list your debts from smallest to biggest. So this is an example. I have a $500 medical bill, a $2,500 credit card debt, a $7,000 car loan, and a $10,000 student loan. All right, so I've listed them from smallest to biggest. All right, what you are going to do is you are going to pay as much as possible on the smallest debt until it's paid in full. So let me read to you because it's easiest just reading it to you. So I have my debts. Using the debt snowball method, you would make minimum payments, in these parentheses are the minimum payments, all right, on everything except for the medical bill, all right? For example, let's say that you have practiced what I said yesterday and you have picked up some overtime at work. You have decided to save 10% from every paycheck towards getting your debt paid off. You have intent of a gazelle, all right? You are focused. You have that intensity of that video I showed you from Rocky yesterday, all right? Since you're paying $550 a month because you've saved $500 a month on, by getting the overtime, you're paying $550 a month on the medical bill, $50 payment plus the extra $500. The debt will be done in 1 month. Then you take that $550 and attack the credit card debt. You pay $613, that's the $550 that you have freed up from the extra money you have, plus the $60 repayment, $63 minimum payment. In about 4 months, the credit card bill will be paid off. Now that the card, you want to punch the car note in the face, and you'll have $748 a month because you're taking that $550 plus the payment you were paying for this and the payment for that. And so basically you're paying off smallest to biggest. And so by the time you reach the student loan, which is your biggest debt, you will be up to paying $844 a month towards it. And that's only going to last 12 months, and then it's going to be paid off. So you will have paid off $20,000 of debt in 27 months. But is this going to be easy? Absolutely not, because you are going to have to find that $500 a month. So obviously not all of us are going to be able to find $500 extra a month. So yours may be $200 extra a month or $100 extra. Every little bit helps, but the idea is that you go from smallest to biggest because it's like a snowball. If you can take the payment that you were paying towards this and then pay 2 payments, you know, because this one's gone, then you're building and building and building, and it's gaining momentum, just like I talked about. So the idea is that we gain momentum, and it's kind of like, even with like your fitness journey, when you start and you lose that first 5 pounds, you get so excited and you want to keep going. It's the same way. If you are able to pay off one of those little bills, then you just get so excited, and it's like, you know what? We really can get out of debt. And so I promise it's worth it. I will take the text that I just read to you and put it on my blog tonight. I'm actually getting ready to teach a class. But that way you can see how it can work. And if you have any questions, let me know. I got several emails last night, and, you know, like I said, I'm not an expert, but my husband's really good at this stuff, so I use his brain a little bit on this. So, but anyway, so hopefully this helps you. But don't buy into the lie that you have to attack the biggest rate of interest first. Pay off your bills in order of smallest to biggest, because you'll gain some momentum. You'll see that it's really possible and you can do it. So hopefully that helps you, and I hope you have a great night, and thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.